Let's hear a big round of applause. Yes, for Young London. Now, wait a minute. Do I understand something here? Did you change your name right here and
We
now?
just did that.
Did you officially do that? So Young London is now Contact.
Contact.
Okay. And
So the butchering begins.
how did this come about? I missed this.
Yes.
I heard Dave mention.
Sorry, we went rogue on you. Yeah, it's it's so new. We're writing our new record, and we just felt like we needed a big change in direction, and we didn't feel like the old name fit anymore. So we were like, we got to do it. We're just taking the jump. And
does it sound different, or because you have an acoustic here, and we thought Jeff and I thought you were gonna be like an electronic band and like drum pads and stuff.
We were very hard electronic before, and then during this record we did some soul searching, saw some cool documentaries, movie-wise, and we really started to get a lot
what
more.
documentaries changed your life?
Sound City.
Sound City really
of course
ruined our record.
We have to talk about some tape studios in the break because I've got one.
We were talking with Jeff.
So now it's not Young London, it's Contact.
To the dismay of our management and new label,
I
we have
love
changed our band
this.
name.
I love spontaneity, and it
Thank
happened
you.
right here in the WAAF studios. And I must say, that was really different from what I was anticipating as well. And what a sweet voice you have.
Thank you.
That
Oh my God.
that was just so lovely for both of you. And why don't you guys introduce yourselves so that everybody knows Contact.
I'm Sarah Graziani.
And I'm Matt, the one playing awful guitar.
Oh, that sounded great, Matt.
Made me miss my computer, but
Yeah, that was such a great live
thank you very
performance.
much.
Tell
Thank
us a
you.
little bit about what you've been doing. We didn't actually get to speak at the Boston Music Awards.
Yes, I
You
know.
guys were scheduled to come over and say hi, and we missed each other. So we.
There's a good story about that even too, yeah.
Oh, really?
A lot of events have led us to here right now. Yeah, yeah, to be here with you right now.
Really? How so?
We had 3 major letdowns with Young London that we were it really was the straw that broke the camel's back, I guess you would say. And that was one of the nights at the BMAs, the Boston Music Awards. We were just you know what? We can't even pull it together to win a pop music award. I can't do pop anymore.
Why are we doing pop?
We don't even like it. We're just, we're reverse selling out. That's what we
So,
call this right now.
It was destiny. I'm so glad we're on the show at this time. It was meant to be.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're here too. Oh, talk right into that mic, Sarah.
Okay, sorry, I'm
there
very
you
quiet.
Go. Yeah, these mics you have to be. You can pull the mic.
See, I'm trying to see you. That's my issue.
You can pull.
Can
that,
I do this?
Yeah,
Okay.
and you can pull
I
that
see.
muff off too if it's
Oh, okay.
bothering you.
No,
Sometimes
I
those
don't
are. Those can seem grody. And here
I'm
we
used to
are
it.
talking to Sarah and Matt from Contact, i.e. Young London, as most people are anticipating. Now, you guys have toured a lot. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we did Warp Tour this past summer, and that was amazing. That was the biggest tour we've ever done, and it was crazy. That was awesome to get in front of those crowds, and it's awesome that it helped get us to where we are now.
What was the latest night you ever had on Warped Tour?
Oh my
There was days
God!
we just
Every
sleep
night
for several days.
we were trying to drive ourselves at first, and it was.
My feet started to
Wait,
swell
they don't
up.
just put you on a train and part of
They should, because it's the most dangerous tour.
We learned that we should have just done something.
Really?
Everyone's in a bus except for us. So we're the crazy people that are just awake,
Biking.
watching these buses, and we're they are all swerving. We're this is so dangerous.
Man.
You're up all day, and then you try to drive all night, sometimes 10 hours, and it's crazy.
That's amazing.
So I think Matt was physically dying, his ankles
So we got a
started
driver
swelling.
halfway through the tour. We were just we can
How
afford
did
it.
you get a driver?
Wow.
Craigslist, obviously.
We played in Boston,
Oh,
and we
okay.
had a friend from here. Yeah.
Cool.
Pay you
So
anything.
not Craigslist.
Yeah,
So
that would
we-
be too
We
dangerous.
were please come out with us.
That's pretty wild. How
It
long
was
have you guys
awesome.
been together for?
2011 is when we started Young London.
Okay.
And yeah, we've done a bunch of tours, a couple different record labels, and released 2 records.
Mhm.
Now we're changing things up.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is all just recent.
We just convinced
Yeah.
our manager of the name change 5 days ago.
Wow.
It was a long battle, and he's finally on our side. So yeah,
Yes.
we were so excited to do this because it's some of our fans are listening right now. It's the first time they heard about it.
Yeah.
So, haha.
So this is
I can-
breaking news on
Yes.
WAAF.
Yeah, we're
And
stoked.
what happens with the name change now? You're going to go from Young London to Contact.
Yep.
And does that mean that the sound of the band is going to be changing around too?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that means technically Young London is a former band.
Yes.
Amen.
As of 30 minutes ago.
Bury it.
Dang. Let's
Yeah.
hear it for Young London, formerly Young London, now
I'll hear
brand
for
new
that.
band.
Goodbye, Young London.
Goodbye. Contact is the new
Rest in
band.
peace.
You could say
This is
old
really
London.
exciting.
Yeah.
I
So-
know. And this was as much of a surprise for us as well. As soon as you broke into song, I was like, wow, this is completely different.
Yeah.
But it's great.
Thank you. It's
Wow.
it's hard to do that. Oh my god, it made me realize how much you get addicted to like approval when you're like playing a show. Like I was like, oh my god, like nobody's like clapping in between. Like I don't know if it was
Oh,
good. Like
It's true.
awful.
I've seen that with bands coming in here. It's like they end a song and
Oh my
there's no
God.
applause because we just give you the airwaves.
I know. I wanted
And-
to clap for myself.
Yeah. and there is that kind of perplexed look, you know, and
So scary.
it is scary, and performance does feed off of that. I mean, I've done theater, and
Yeah,
I've, you know, and it's if you're not getting that feedback, it's just kind of like,
And these lights are bright. Yeah. It was
yeah,
very terrifying.
I mean, you know, because it is performance and the audience. You're both feeding off each other's
Definitely.
energy.
It's easier when there's more people. You know, it's just like a sea of people. It relaxes you. I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like if your parents ask you to play a song like in the living room, you're like, no, like play in front of like 100 people, but not like you.
Exactly. And well, you know, this was your first Contact gig, right?
Yes.
So there you have it. It's like, but wow, that's really something. So a whole new dimension has been added to tonight's performance. We thought it was going to be Young London.
We wanted to keep
Surprise.
you on your toes.
Yes, and we are, and it's Contact. I just love that. Dave, you're over there.
Yeah, you
What-
just mentioned gigs. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you have anything
Oh
coming
yeah,
up.
tell us how it's going to affect shows that you have coming up.
We don't have any shows coming up. We kind
Oh.
of planned for that much because we're writing this new record. So
Mm-hmm.
we're just signing to a new label, finishing this record, and then start touring again and do the whole crazy thing like that again. Should
Do you,
be
have,
easy.
do you have any idea when the record might drop?
July. Should
Okay.
be out in July, actually. Yeah.
Yep. We're finishing it.
That
this
is
month.
exciting.
We're very
That is-
excited. We're finishing
yeah.
it this week. We've been in the studio literally since November.
Where are you guys recording?
In New Hampshire. We have a studio there right now.
Nice.
Which we're losing
Nice.
this week, and the
Oh.
record's finishing this week, so it's all.
All this change,
I
know.
everything's
Yeah.
like snap moving
She was
fast.
reading the Steve Jobs book, and, he was just like, just go for it. You know,
Yeah.
like it's nothing wrong with throwing things away. So we're like, that's it. Let's do
He's
it.
America's
It's
first
true.
robot, though, so just keep that in mind. It's actually a robot.
We took advice from a
Oh,
robot.
man.
Yeah, we're gonna aspire to be the second robots. Yeah.
So you're not gonna go as Contact, formerly Young London.
No.
No.
It's just gonna be Contact.
Just
and
tonight.
You're
That's
starting
the only
at,
time.
You're,
Yeah.
you're starting at step one. I love this.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
What an
wanted a big
adventure.
we wanted a big change. We started the Young London, and like we did co-writes in his studio with a producer for our first record, and it kind of like took a direction that we like
Didn't want it. to.
never set out to do, and we were like swept up in it, and then kind of we just woke up and we're like, wait, why are we making like pop music right now? Like
We don't like pop that
Yeah.
much. You know. Like,
So
So-
you were kind of like the newborns being kind of led into this thing that
Yeah.
you really weren't feeling.
Yeah.
We got flown out to LA, got the whole treatment, you know,
Is-
co-writes, all these promises, all this money, and it was exciting. And you realize
Yeah.
back now, like, oh, I guess it was hard to say no.
Yeah.
You know.
But before that, we were doing our own, like, I was doing, like, singer-songwriter stuff, and Matt was in, like, a really cool, like,
Indie type band.
yeah, like, independent band, and then somehow we found each other and just started, like, rhyming really hard, like.
That first record's a disaster. Yeah.
So this
So-
has been quite a journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I mean,
Thanks.
basically,
you.
you've debuted here
Yep.
Yes.
as Contact, and you're going to be coming out with a new
Full 13-song record. Yeah.
in July,
Yep.
Yep.
and you must come back as Contact
would
with
love
the
to,
new
We would
love
material,
to.
and make sure you get the music to us.
Yes, definitely.
And I'm very excited about this. And do you have a website where folks can find you?
Really, nothing right now.
Just remember the name.
Yeah, nothing. Nothing. It feels
yeah,
so
we
good
haven't.
to say that.
Yeah, we
No, just enjoy the music.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pretend it's the 90s.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is fantastic. So I want
People
to.
had like Angel Fire in the 90s. That's,
Yeah, we might get on one of
That's
those.
They
Jeez.
did. I want to thank you so much for joining
for
us
having
Thank you
tonight.
guys so much for having us. It
And
was awesome.
Sarah and Matt from Contact here
Thank you.
in the WAAF studios.
right.
The birth of Contact
Yes.
here are the
Should we cry?
first scream. What was the first primal scream? I should say. You guys knew about this ahead of time, but let's hear a big round of applause. Now it's time.
Thank you.
Contact here on WAAF Stay Rock.